Hi. Today I wanted to talk to you about a new thing we've just built called Bravo MCP. This is an MCP server that replaces or works alongside Bravo Studio. It does different things. It has a whole ton of really cool features. And I think probably one of the most interesting things about it is it works differently than a lot of other sort of AI tools in that you actually spend any of the AI tokens are spent using your own subscription rather than having to pay us to do it. One of the things that always bugged me is that everyone pays for AI tokens multiple times for every different supplier, and often they're going back to the same source. So this time we try to do it a bit differently. So you can use it a lot more and you can get a lot more done just using your current AI subscription. All right, so let me show you how it works. So first of all, I'm just gonna start off getting this build an app using um, now what this is going to do is it takes a URL from Figma, just like Bravo Studio does, and it starts to build it. And what it will do is it will connect, because you've logged into the MCP using Bravo, that means it's got access to your Figma. I can read access to your Figma account, so you can read your files. And what it does is it gets the screens in the Figma file. It will then go through to the screens, figure out what the screens are and where the components are and the assets. It will then build those up, do the components first. Well, first of all, creates the app, sets things up. Then it will go through each of the sort of screens or components, capture those, try and pull the design information in from Figma, and then build that as a React Native app. It then go through each one. For each screen, it pulls the design information in, and then it pulls in then sort of identifies the elements in there that are necessary for the for the elements. So we'll say, okay, this element here or this screen needs this is do app, so it's going to say, okay, this is a close button here. That's from the Bravo tagging it's using. It's identified this is the to-do list. It looks like this. It'll know that that's an element that needs to be repeated. That's a save button. So it uses the Bravo tags to work out what to pick out from the actual screen, and then it'll know that this is a list, and it'll list all the items here that come in. And once it's built each of the screens up, it will they'll build the code up for each of the screens as a separate component. It will then build the back end to deliver that. By default, it uses Convex, so it can build the entire back end. Convex is a really nice feature in that it allows it to update the app in real time. So if you change it for the back end, it'll update it in the front end as well, which is really cool. And so that's getting designs in. It's now finalizing the screens. So finalizing the code of the screens. And what it'll do is when it finalizes it, it will highlight, well, as you can see here, we have a series of widgets that will tell you what's going on. And here it tells you what colors it's pulled out, the fonts it's pulled out, it knows to then build in. And you can see here, it tells you roughly what it's built in terms of the actual logic to it. So it's got a save button here, close button to deal with that. You can actually, if I can click on that, I could show you it does a preview. This is before it's fully built, so you can get a rough approximation of how it's going to look, how it's translated the actual graphical screenshot into a design. So you can see that, or you can view it on your phone. And this will actually give a side-by-side comparison with the Figma file. And here, this done the front screen, the second screen. See, it realized that the loaded screen is just a component, so it just skips it and moves on to the back end. And so it's doing that now. The great thing about this is we can pretty much leave it running. It will run through, do all the screens, all the components, and then building it. So here, this is what the status of the different screens are. And let me just see. One of the things I should highlight here, one of the things great about these widgets is because they're HTML components, we're using another great feature of Convex, which means that as the state changes in the building in the back end, it can update the widget. So this is no, so I'll come on to that back. So what will happen is, um, uh, well, that's just a screen. When we go onto the deployment screen, you can actually see the stages updating as it's deployed in the back end without having to ask what's the update is. One of the challenges with using MCP is often you don't. It's not. They don't actually have functionality at the moment to allow you to do like a webhook to see when things change. By using widgets, you can kind of get around that, which is really helpful. Now, the other thing is, we have in the way that we've built this, we have this idea of recipes. One of the things when you build an application, often you need to use different functionality that isn't used everywhere. You might use specific things in specific situations. And we've created this concept called recipes that allow you to extend applications depending on what you need to do. So there might be one for authentication. We've got one called backend, which basically, or data admin, which lets you uh, this lets you edit the data so you can see what you're typing, which is really handy. So that I've added that recipe to this by asking the original request to edit the data, so it knows that that's the data admin recipe for that. So it's applied it to this project. Now you see, it didn't work here. It had a failure in terms of the first parts of building, because what happened was um, it needed to have some code on the loading screen just to know the pass it through. So it knew how to fix it. What happens is when it tries to deploy as an issue, the errors are handed back to the LLM to figure out what to do. And so then it knows how to fix it, adjust it, and then redeploys. And so it's redeploying. And here we go. So it had a couple of tries doing that, but so you can always small things. Often the LLM might make a mistake, but we've got put lots of checks in it to make sure it fixes itself. So now it's deploying. It's gone through all the stages, and you can see it's running here. And both these two screens will show the status, either deploying here or here. And actually, if I go back, you should see the fact that it's now saying deploying in all the previous versions of this. So that all the state is kind of maintained by using this. And right now, what it's done is it's taken the code, um, uh, from, it's built all the code, it's put it into GitHub. It's now building in GitHub, and you'll see the state update. You can see the details here. These are the assets it's pulled out. The Bravo design not only had the design, it also had an icon and a splash screen, which had been incorporated into the design files. And these are the files it's generated. So it has all the information. And then in a couple of minutes, right, it's been a couple of minutes and it's built now. Before I go anything more, I'm just going to share a couple of things. So as you can see, um, the status is updated, including now the URL that it's been delivered on. So once it's built, it deploys it on Cloudflare, so you can kind of see what it's done, and you can actually interact with it as you would. So now, before I go into it, I just want to share one thing. At the beginning, I asked it to apply a data admin recipe. And what that means is that it then switches it on so that all the data for the application is available through the MCP to Convex. So I can click on the to-dos table and I can add data here. So I could say, so there's data there, there's test data there already. I can add in the row saying, do shopping. Okay, and this would then has been added to it. And actually, I could then also ask it, because it has access to the tools. Everything that I do in the widgets has access to in the MCP. So I can say, can you add some sample tasks? And what that will do is it will go away, knows which app I'm working on. It will write those requests, and it will update it. And then goes through. Goes, and it'll show me the main data again. I'll reload it. And if I look in the to-dos table, all my sample tasks are there. Okay. So, all right. And then if I just flick over to the app, it's there. And if I just, if I go across to it, you should see now that it's actually updates and you can see all the tasks that I've done. Unfortunately, the demo's done. That's good. Um, so, and then this app is fully operational. So I can uh, turn off and on tasks, as you can anything to that. I can add a new task. So all of that logic was built from the Bravo tags in a design, has been auto-generated, auto-built. So you can go from Figma design to a working application just by adding a line in MCP to go away and build it for you.